Shalom. I'm giving all underground praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, BAHASHAM, QADASH, Devil, Honesty, the Elisham, Apostle, Great Millstone, who teaches me this truth and sincerity, salutation to the hopeful, let that spread of the forecast of there. All right, so the title of this lesson will be part 3 of the 6 seals. It'll be the famine. Okay, so, we're just going to continue this. Again, there's a prophecy, vision that is shown to John on the island Patmos by an angel. All right, so these are things to come. Okay, so the third seal, famine, Revelation chapter 6, verse 5, it says, "And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast, the third archangel, basically say, 'Come and see.' And I beheld, and lo, a black horse." Okay, so there was a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. Okay, that black horse represents slavery. Okay, to the basically to the tribes, right, to the Israelites, mainly, so-called Negroes, right, tribe of YAHAWAH, right, that came over here. Okay, that served basically a punishment. Okay, that basically what that black horse and that balance represent. The balance represent judgment, it represent hardship, it represent slavery. Okay. Because on the left side, it represents slavery. Then, like on the right side, represent like hardship that's to come to this earth. Okay, to you, mainly to you, other heathen nations. Okay, the hardship that's coming. Okay, because you had dwelt deliciously. Okay, you had dwelt, deliciously. You have lived deliciously. Okay. This is why the Lord said, when they should think themselves to be in good case, and then when He gonna, rain down. Okay. Which is referring to wicked NWO, but it also referring to you Edomites, you so-called, rich Edomites, right? That live in, good in America. And you heathens. So yeah, so a pair of balances represent, and never hold and low a black horse, which represent slavery. Okay, that we had to serve here in America. Represent us going to slavery, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand, which represent, slavery on the, one on the half of it. On the other half of it represents slavery. On the other half of it represents, hardship. Okay, judgment, punishment that's coming to America. I'm gonna give this a second address, or to this whole entire world. Okay, second address 3 and 4, or 3 and 34. I'm gonna start up. Probably gonna skip down. I'm gonna just start here. Second address 3 and 33 says, "And yet the reward appeared." Yeah. Second address 3 and 31. I'm gonna start here. "I do not remember how this way may be left." I'm gonna start here so I get the spirit. I'm gonna start here because I'm trying to build it to the point, basically. Second address 3:30 says, "For I have seen how thou sufferest them sinning, and hast spared wicked doers." Okay, right, which is referring to one the other nation, meaning the Edomites. The Lord, He's sparing you. Okay, He's basically he's allowing you to do your wickedness, right? Allowing you to travail in your wickedness, right? Because He's gonna bring that final destruction. Okay, so this is what Ezra's basically saying. He's saying how the Israelites, we're suffering, right, for sinning against the Lord, but they're the heathen nation. They're not suffering. Okay, and has destroyed thy people, and has preserved thy enemies, and has not signified it, right? So that this is what Ezra saying. The Ezra saying that the Lord, remember the Lord, He's long suffering, right? So, you know, the Lord, he's ultimately, he's not going to destroy, he's not destroying, you know, and you know, you can kind of see, you know, the Lord, he's working, right, a little bit, you know. Well, he's working, you know, so he's working a whole lot, right, in the earth, you know, because he's saying you have Jacob RAWCHAA dying, okay. Um, you know, you have a lot of people, okay. You know, you have a lot of these top bankers, you know, these, you know, Lord, he's bringing stuff, right? You know, we might not see it like in the flesh, right? But there's a lot of things happening, right, that we don't know about. So, you know, it just is, just take time, right? It's patience, okay. I do not remember how this way may be left. Are they then of Babylon better than they of Zion? Okay, Babylon represent what? The Edomites, and Zion represent Israel. Okay, Ezra basically saying, is the wicked better than, you know, the wicked vessels better than your chosen vessel, right? Or is there any other people that know thee beside Israel? Or what generation has so believed thy covenants as Jacob, right? Because remember the law, statutes, the Lord gave his law, statutes, and commandments and to Israel, to Jacob, basically. Okay, Jacob later then changed to Israel, or Yasharallah. Okay, and the Lord made a covenant agreement with, you know, his with, you know, Jacob. Okay, said that his sea should be as what, the sand of the sea, right? And yet their reward appears not, and their labor has no fruit. For I have gone here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flow in wealth and think not upon thy commandments. Okay, and this is what the heathen do. This is what the Edomite do. This is what your top banker at least do. Okay, they flow in wealth, right? They don't think upon the Lord commandments. They don't follow the Lord laws. Okay, and this is what this is what basically Ezra's offend. Okay, you know, this is what we sin as well. Okay, we're being punished, right? We're being oppressed, right? But you have the top bankers elite, you have the wealthy Edomites, these other nations, right, flowing in wealth. Okay, you know, they're not getting judged, etc. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and there's also that dwell in the world. Okay, so this is referring to what? You wicked Israelites in the other nation. Okay, the Lord, he can weigh, you know, he can weigh you wicked Israelites, and if you're not of the chosen elect, you know, he can weigh you wicked Israelites in the other nation. Okay, wickedness in the balance. Okay, and so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. Okay, so point I want to make is that the hardship, right, they're gonna come upon you, that judgment they're gonna come upon you, you Edomites, that judgment they're gonna come upon you Edomites, right? You know, pursuing back to the Revelation 6th chapter. Okay, it says, and I beheld, and lo, a black horse, which represent what? You know, are people going to slavery? Okay, you know, it represents the other half of that balance. Okay, are people going to slavery? And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. Okay, so now the other half of that balance represent what? The hardship that's coming to you other nation, you heathens, right? That live deliciously. Okay, that's flowing wealth. Okay. So yeah, that's the point I wanted to make. Okay. So I'm gonna go back here. We use that word balance is, I believe it's balance, if I'm not mistaken. Represent like a yoke. Yeah. So zygos, okay, from the root word zygunam, to join, especially by yoke. Okay, which represent what? Us going to slavery. Metaphor used of any burden or bondage, okay, as that of slavery. Right. A balance, okay. So balance represents slavery, okay, bondage, burdens, right? And also represent what? The hardship that's coming, okay? Judgment that is coming to you, heathen nations, okay? You Edomites, as we just read. Okay, because the Lord, he said that he's angry with wicked every single day. So the Lord, he just, your wickedness been weighed in balance, right? And just like going back to Daniel and Belshazzar, right? Let's see. That's some. I should get out. Daniel 5:27. It was the writing that was on the wall. Okay. I'm not gonna pronounce it correctly, but I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Okay. Daniel 5:27 said, "Tickle, thou art weighed in the balances and are found wanting." Okay. So, right. So this is pursuing back to Belshazzar, right? Because remember he drunk. I believe he the one who drunk the wine, or who was basically feasting and drinking out of the Lord, out of the I'm not gonna. I forgot. Out of it was out of the Lord. I think it was the Ark of the Covenant. If I'm not mistaken, they were drinking out of, right? And the Lord, he was mad. Okay, because they remember when they took they went to Jerusalem, right? They took they would start taking things, right? And they took Israel to captivity. They took, I believe, mainly Judah. I believe it's YAHAWAH. Okay, and they took Judah into captivity, right, to Babylon. And they took the Ark of the Covenant with them, right? And they were basically eating out of the Ark of the Covenant. They would drink out of the Ark of the Covenant. Okay. Yeah, as it goes, Daniel 5:22 says, "But has lift up thyself against the Lord of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before thee, and thou and thy lords, thy wives, and thy concubines have drunk wine in them." Right. So that vessels represent the Ark of the Covenant. Okay. That was taken from the temple. "And thou hast praised the gods of silver and gold and brass, iron, wood, and stone, idols, which see not, nor hear not, nor not." Those are referred to the idols they were praising. Okay, the Edomites, Belshazzar. Okay, and his different people he had with him. "And the power, the Most High, in whose hand thy breath is, and whose are all thy ways, have thou not glorified." Okay, because he worshiping idols. He was worshiping the Lord Yahweh. Okay. And then it was the part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written. And this is the writing that was written, meaning tilkul of praising. This is the interpretation of the thing, meaning God has numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Okay. Because the Lord, he set the times right in the balance of when a kingdom should rise and when a kingdom should fall, right? So he already had numbered the kingdom of Esau, okay, this modern day kingdom, right? And there's a time that it was basically, basically Esau, he gonna reach the climax and then he gonna fall, basically. Okay, he's reaching his climax and then he just gonna fall. Okay, the Lord, he gonna fall through what? Through the Lord bringing famine, pestilence, judgment, distortion, to his to his world. Okay, Chilkul, thou art weighed in the balances and are found wanting. Okay, so Belshazzar's wickedness was weighed in the balance, and he had been found wanted. Okay, he had been found what? Judgment. Okay, is coming upon him basically. Tickle means weighed. You have been weighed on the balances and have not measured up. Okay, so that means that judgment is ultimately going to come to him. So judgment is getting ready to come to what? You other nations. Okay, you heathen, right? Hardship. Because Lord, He's weighed your wickedness in the balance. And just how He weighed the wickedness of Israel in the balance, and what judgment eventually came, slavery eventually came. Okay. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny. Okay, because ultimately, we are still able to, it's not hyperinflation is not bad. All right, it's not bad where you have to, where things cost like, for example, like a loaf of bread costs like $200, $100, right? Just one loaf of bread, right? That's not what we're in, right? But things kind of, things are getting there though, because you still have these wars, these small little proxy wars that's happening right now. They affect, the economy. Okay, that's why you see this is why you see inflation, right? Because the American government is printing more money, it's not being backed up by anything. Okay, so that's caused what? The prices to rise, and as I'm gonna get. Okay, so a loaf of bread, that's cost like probably let's say $2, $1 or something. Okay, like $1.50 or whatever. Okay, and we are come sometimes where it can cost like probably like $100 or $50 or just for that loaf of bread. Okay. As hyperinflation, right? So what causes you have something called the hyperinflation? Okay, what causes hyperinflation? It starts when a country's government begins printing money to pay for its spending instead of tightening the money supply to stop inflation. Okay, the government keeps printing more, right? So this is what the U.S. government doing. They keep printing more and more money, right? Hyperinflation is when the prices of goods and services rise more than 50% in a month. As the government increases the money supply, prices rise as in regular inflation, right? So this is why you see, gas prices, rising, right? Like $4 and a gallon for gas, etc. Was too much currency floating around, prices skyrocketing, right? Okay, so that's basically what that goes into. Okay, hyperinflation. And remember, this is FRN, right? These Federal Reserve notes are not, they're just printed, trees. They're not backed by anything. And so here's the example of hyperinflation, like real, images, okay? Or not real image, but, like just an example. Inflation has risen 2 years in a row, 7% from December 2022 through December 2021, and another 6.5% from December 2021 through December 2022. Here's how they affected some common grocery staples. So eggs per dozen in December 2020, it cost $1.48. By December 2022, $4.25. And that's a whole lot of money, okay, for like a bag of eggs or, a dozen of eggs, okay. Then you have some down here, okay, a coffee, okay. December 2020, $4.52. In 2022, $6.47. And that's, again, just for a coffee, right? Now, the chocolate chip cookies, December 2022, $3.79. In 2022, $4.97. So that's why they said that was like, I think there was like a post or a news article or someone that said that, maybe you have to eat cereal for your dinner, okay? Eat cereal for your dinner, okay? That was like an article or a news thing that went through that. Kellogg CEO, okay? Because this basically the times we're coming into, right? Where you're going to literally have to eat cereal for your dinner, okay? Because this hyperinflation, okay, these wars that happen are going to cause a rise in prices, okay? It's going to cause a rise in a lot of things. Gases, etc., clothing, a lot of things. It says the cereal category has always been quite affordable and it tends to be a great destination when consumers are under pressure. Okay. Is that Pilnick said amid a discussion about high grocery prices, if you think about the cost of cereal for a family versus what they might otherwise do, that's going to be much more affordable. Okay. All right. Let's see. Continue. Right. So just trying to bring out some highlights because I haven't read this article. I just just popped up, just kind of just clicked on it. So I'm just looking through some highlights. It says one person argues that $10 family-size box of cereal along with a $3 carton of milk will cost about the same as frozen lasagna meant to feed the same amount of people for dinner. Wow. Okay. So that's showing what? They're going back to what? Hyperinflation. Okay. So your food that used to cost that your favorite whatever that you used to buy that didn't cost that much, it's gonna cost a lot, okay, in the days that we're coming to. All right. So these are something that people are actually, these are basically things that are actually in thoughts, right? People in people's mind. Okay. And this is what people are actually doing, having their cereal for dinner. So I'm gonna go back here. And see that thou hurt not the oil and the wine. And this is referring to what? The truth. Okay, the oil and wine referring to the truth. Yeah, so because what? The truth ain't gonna be affected. This word, the word of the Lord is not gonna be affected by so the truth is not gonna be affected, okay? Matthews 24:35. Let's see, Matthews 24:35. Matthew 24:35 says, "Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away." Okay, so the truth ain't gonna be affected. Okay, even though these people are going through their different things, different famine, pestilence, all this is happening, right? The truth is not being affected. It's not gonna be affected by this. And there's one more precept that I wanted to get as well. Okay, because what when your different prices rise, it gonna ultimately cause this is why it says famine, right? This is why the heading is famine, because when you have to pay like $20, $30, $40 for bread or stuff like that, people ain't got that money. Okay, people ain't gonna have that much money to pay for that, pay for a loaf of bread, right? So it's gonna cause a lot of famine. It says 2nd Ezra 16 and 18 or 19, 17. I'll start here. 2nd Ezra 16, 17 says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Okay. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. Okay. So this is what's coming upon the world. Okay. It's a prophecy that's coming ultimately. Right. The beginning of wars and power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Okay, behold, famine and plague tribulations and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Okay, it's sent as scourges and plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for your amendment. This is talking about to who? To the whole world, especially to you, to the Edomites, to the other nation, right? But mainly to you Israelites, okay? Because you're the one, who went off. You one who sinned against their Lord, YAHAWASHI, okay? So He's gonna punish you, and He wants you to repent. Amendment just mean like a change, right? A change from what? Change from your wicked ways, right? Especially for you to other nation, right? Because we know that you other nation ain't gonna change, right? You're not gonna change. You're gonna continue to do your wickedness, right? You're gonna continue to do your wickedness. You're gonna continue to, sin against the Lord, YAHAWASHI. So the Lord ultimately, when He sees sends His famine, the plague, and tribulation, anguish, it's gonna be, it's gonna be like a breakup point, right? Especially for you 2/3. That's why we say that. If the elect's not already sealed right now, then Jacob trouble. When Jacob trouble hit, then that when you're gonna see a lot of the elect come in and repent and turn back to that Lord, YAHAWASHI. Okay. Because when people, people are, like I said, people have, their freedom to move around, walk around, order, food, etc. Go places, travel the world, country, whatever. But when these things stop, then, and Jacob trouble comes in, people are gonna be looking for the truth, right? People are gonna be looking for the truth, that oil and the wine, right? That truth, okay? The word of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, and they're gonna be able to find it, right? Because the Lord, He's gonna be a fan of the word, okay? But yeah, I'm just gonna close it here by giving all honor and glory and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Until next time, face, Shalom.